Most people look at a game from earlier generations and think it is garbage. To be left in the past and only focus on the newest and hottest games with the flashiest graphics and mechanics. I beg to differ, because a lot of old games were incredibly innovative with the creativity put behind them. Many developers were a little more ambitious and creative, taking risks to create unique experiences. My name is Darien of Gaming Buzz, and these are 5 great old games to play in 2019 and beyond. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas may be the best game in the entire series so far, with a very large map having diverse environments. The game offers an over-the-top story about the death of Carl Johnson's mother and the revenge on those who did it, with major detours. The game is unique in the series, offering up a gang territory system by taking over the urban environments optionally. You can also engage in mini-games including pool, the table kind. You can race cars, bet on horses, gamble, and this game has insane cheat codes. Want a flying car? Sure. Explode all the cars spawned in the game? Okay. This game is definitely a AAA game from 2004, so graphically, there isn't much to talk about. Even for the time, it didn't look that great. But the game has a lot to offer, with a huge world and tons of cars that can be customized. Rockstar Games really knew what they were doing when they were making this excellent game. Resident Evil 4 is a survival horror game made by Capcom that makes outdated control schemes work. Originally released in 2005 on the Nintendo GameCube and published to pretty much every major console since, but skipping the original Xbox and Wii U. This game was definitely designed around tank controls, which ages the game very well. You have to stand still to aim and shoot, which adds the feel of terror. But the choice the developers made to have the zombie cult member people run up to you, then sort of slowly hobble up to you makes it a fair challenge. But sometimes when they get close enough, they grab you and give you a nice kiss with their teeth into your flesh. The game has a very awesome and action-packed story about a cult kidnapping the president's daughter and escorting her back to safety after making it through a dark European adventure. It's a fair escort though, you just gotta play smart. This game also has a dynamic difficulty, so if you die a lot, the game will get easier. If you do really well, the game will challenge you more. Any game system will do to play this game. The GameCube original is missing the additional post-game story mode stuff, but if you just want to experience the main game, it's still super solid.
¡Por allí! ¡No dejes que se escape!
Vayan por detrás. Why are these people?
¡Bloqueale el paso!
What are they planning? Chainsaw. Shit.
¡Te voy a matar!
Son of a...
Flatout 2 is a physics-based racing game by Bugbear Entertainment, released in 2005. This game can be bought for really, really cheap on Steam. I just want to state that before I get started. The console ports are only okay, but the best experience with this game is on the PC because it was stripped of some features on consoles, so they could run the racing physics calculations smoothly. But the PC version has all of it. This game has sort of a re-release on the Xbox 360 and PSP as Flatout Head-On with different event structures, but is focused on the original releases from 2005 on PC, PS2, and Xbox. This game is really wacky and has a more serious tone to the actual driving, but the crashing is absolutely goofy with highly detailed damage modeling for the time, and the potential for the driver to fly through the front window of a very sudden head-on crash. There are 3 vehicle classes to go through: the sluggish but aggressive racing of Derby class, the faster, more calculated, yet a little messy, Race class, and the fastest and most clean, Street class. Just spin out your opponents and wreck them to earn boosts so you can cross the finish line first. Burnout 3 Takedown is a pinnacle of arcade racing from the early 2000s by Criterion Games. This game was released in 2004 to very high acclaim on the Xbox and PS2. This game features a very smooth and almost perfect frame rate of 60 FPS even with the carnage on screen, including the PS2 of all systems. This game runs on the Renderware game engine developed by them too, which is kind of like the Unreal Engine of the 6th generation of consoles if you were to draw parallels to the current generation, the 8th. This game features many great modes like your usual racing modes, a road rage mode all about wrecking your opponents while driving down the streets in rush hour traffic, and a crash mode for launching your car into rush hour traffic to create the most destruction. But don't worry, the cars do not have anyone in them. I guess they're sentient to nab the game a T rating instead of M, but the T rating comes from the soundtrack and the mild edginess that the early 2000s had. It's the Shadow the Hedgehog video game edge though, like inserting one of the little flavor text things on the screen that says, "Damn van," when you wreck out on a van in traffic. As of this video, it really needs to be put on Xbox One's backwards compatibility list. Seriously, EA and Microsoft are shooting their own feet by not letting people enjoy this one again on a modern platform. Chuzzle is probably the weirdest game for this list. It is a puzzle game by Raptisoft released in 2005 for PC. This game is dirt cheap on Steam and is very addictive and full of personality. This is a match 3 game where you drag the entire column or row that you choose. Giant Chuzzles spawn along with the locks that lock the column and row that the lock is in for an extra challenge when certain situations are met. This was pre-installed as a demo on lots of Windows XP capable machines at the time. The first family computer when I was in 3rd grade or so had the Chuzzle demo installed on it. Could have been a Dell thing too. I used up the 1-hour demo by accident and made the family mad because they wanted to try it. But back on track, Chuzzle is one of the original Match 3 puzzle games that has mechanics that I have yet to see in similar puzzle games. A sequel did come out in 2018 for iOS and Android that adds levels and more of a dynamic puzzle element. What did you think of my list? Was there anything you think I missed? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you want to support the show, we have a shop and a Patreon. All links are in the description down below.